Good morning, class. Today we will discuss the fundamentals of plotting using your Matlab. Okay, so remember last time we discussed finding the roots of nonlinear equations, di ba? So we have the graphical method. Okay, so graphical method, we are going to check the graph and find an overview kung saan yung roots natin, and also we can also determine the behavior of the graph kapag plinat natin siya. Okay? So ngayon pag-aralan natin yung mga syntax and code na kailangan ni Matlab for your plotting. Okay? So before we start, the following is a summary of format. Okay, the commands you will employ routinely in the engineering and scientific calculations. They have the following syntax. Okay, so ang gagawin nyo lang, can you open your Matlab? Okay, I think dapat naka-open din yung Matlab ko. Open ko lang rin Matlab ko ha. This one. Okay. Screen. Ayan. Nakikita niyo yung Matlab and yung PDF annotator ko?
Yes po.
Sige. So this time, meron kasing format type si syntax. Okay. So ang default ni Matlab is magdi-display lang siya ng 5 digits. Okay, for example, pi. Okay, type natin yung pi. Okay, pi. Okay. So si pi, okay, 5 digits lang siya. So ibig sabihin, 4 decimal lang yung din-display niya. So yan yung default setup ni Matlab. Okay. Kapag tinype natin yung format, para siya naka-format short, di ba? So kapag tinype mo format long, okay, type ko, sorry. Okay, type ko format long. Okay. If I type format long, okay, and I find the value of pi again. So as you can see, nag-display siya ng 15 digits. Okay, so that is format long. Okay, so also we have the format short e. Okay, 5 digits siya with floating point format. Ganito, may plus e raised to something, okay, times e raised to times 10 raised to format, may 00, okay. Also long e, syempre may format, may floating command din siya, okay. Short g, okay, this one zoom in ko lang, okay. For short g, okay, best of fixed floating point format, okay. Long g, this one, short eng, so scientific notations, and long eng scientific notations din. Okay. For the bank, kapag tinype mo yung format bank, ang style niya 2 decimal places kasi always may dollars, parang ano siya dollars and cents. Okay. So kapag finormat long ko, ang always use natin is a format long para 15 digits yung i-display. Okay. Okay, sige. Then a simple mathematical operations, operations with scalar quantities are handled in a straightforward manner. So similar to other computer language, the common operators in order of priority are exponentiation. We all know kapag exponent, ang tinatype lang is caret. Okay. Negation, dash. Okay. Multiplication and division, we all know asterisk and backslash, okay, a slash, okay, a left division, okay, and addition and subtraction. Okay, just a simple mathematical operation. So, una tayo sa built-in functions, okay, also. Kapag logarithm, so type mo ang different syntax for the logarithm. Okay, so kapag nagta-type tayo ng kanyari, ita-type mo a function of e raised to x. So ang gagawin mo sa Matlab is simply exp of x. So ito yung nasa Matlab. Ayan. So for the logarithm ln, okay, for the natural logarithm of x, ang gagawin mo sa Matlab is simply log x. Ayan, ito, this one, log x. Dapat malalaki. Okay? Ayan. For the logarithm, or simply it is natural logarithm with the base 10. Ang ilalagay mo lang siya sa Matlab is log 10, okay, of x. Ayan. And also we have kunwari iba yung gusto mong bases, kunyari log to the base 2, log 2, okay, ganyan, no? So that is the natural logarithm command. Okay. So for built-in functions, assuming a common use of functions used to evaluate a formula of a series of arguments. So recall a formula. So we will try to create an example for function. Okay. So recall natin yung free falling bungee jumper. Okay. The velocity is given by this formula. So v is the square root of gm, acceleration due to gravity. Okay, the mass in kilograms, okay, the drag coefficient CD, and multiplied by anyone may questions? Na-open na yung mic. Okay. Multiplied by the tangent hyperbola of the square root of the acceleration due to gravity multiplied by the drag coefficient over m with respect to time. Okay, so ipa-plot lang natin to. So ito lang muna yung working equation natin, working functions natin. Okay, sige. So for creating a column vector that contains time with 0 to 20 with step of 2, ito yung syntax niya. So ang ginagawa ni Matlab, class, kunwari gusto mong gumawa ng time ng t, okay, ng x or kahit anong variable, nang gusto mong gawin is from 0 to 20 and may increment siya ng x. So naglagay siya ng increment of 2. Okay? Ang syntax na ginagawa dyan, class, is set mo muna as variable. Let's say t equals, okay, open bracket. Okay. Kunwari gagawa ako ng time na 1 to 10. Okay? Ang increment ko is 0.5. Okay, so pwede mo gawin yan. 1, okay, colon, okay, 0.5, okay, and 10. Ayan. So, ang nangyari, ganito, naka-word, naka-text. So, column 1 through 2, ang binigay niya, 1 to 1.5, 2 to 2.5, okay? Column 5 to 6, okay? 3 to 3.5, 7, okay? Ang nangyari kasi dito, kaya column 17 to 18, column 19, ang nangyari kasi dito, class, kapag hindi tayo naglagay nito ng comma, nakikita nyo ba to? Yung single quotation. Okay? Kapag hindi tayo naglagay ng single quotation, ang nangyari, class, maybe dapat isulat ko na to. Sulat ko na yung sample natin. T equals 0 to 20 with increment of 2. So 0, 2, and 20. Okay? Ayan. So ang nangyari dito, class, ganito. Kapag hindi ka naglagay ng comma or open quotation, ang nangyari, class, ang T mo na naka-display is ganito, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. Nakikita ba? Ayan. Ayan. So naka-row vector. Okay. So ganyan, kaya may column 1 through 6, 0, 2, 4, 6, ganyan siya din-display. However, kapag nilalagyan mo siya ng single quotation, magiging column vector siya. Okay, so gagawin mo, T equals open bracket, 0. Increment natin is 2. Ang upper limit natin is 20. Okay, close bracket. Lagyan mo ng single quotation, comma. Hindi comma, single quotation. Okay, then enter. So naka-column vector yung time T mo. Okay, nakuha ba yung class?
Yes po. Yes po.
Please sagot lang kayo na pag nagka-question naka para medyo mahina ata yung signal ko eh. So I don't know kung nagsasalita pala ako pero hindi niyo na naririnig. Okay? So next Sige, define na rin natin yung G. Okay, kasi ito yung equation natin, di ba? So, i-define na rin natin yung acceleration due to gravity, the mass, and the drag coefficient. So, constant lang to. Example problem lang to. So, set na natin. G is equals to the 9.81. Okay? Also, mass is equals to 68.1 and the drag coefficient of 0.25. Ifo-format short ko lang class para the same dun sa nakalagay ha. Okay. Okay. So, ayan. Ayan. Okay. As you can see, na-save na yung mga values na nilagay natin in the workspace. Tingnan nyo, CD, nandito na. Yung G, nandito na. Yung M, nandito na. Okay, yung time, meron siyang 11 by 1 matrix. Okay. Okay, so ayan lang. So clear ko lang class yung work command window para medyo madaling makita. So CLC, okay, clear ko lang. Ayan. So we have the time, we have the gravity, we have the mass, and we have the drag coefficients. Okay. So in computing for the velocity at specific time, so gagawin lang natin, syempre, ilagay lang natin yung equation na to. Okay. Sorry, dapat open. Open ko na lang sa ibang PDF annotator para makopy ko yung command. Close ko lang to class ha. Wait lang. We have module 4 and handout 1. Okay. This one. Okay. Ulit tayo. Ayan. Ayan. Nakikita na ba class? Dalawa? Nahati ko ulit? Hello? Hello class? Hello? Naririnig? Hindi yata.
Hello po. Hello po.
Hello. Okay, sige. Balik tayo. So, solving for the velocity, type lang natin to. Okay, copy ko na lang. Okay, copy ko na lang. This is the command. So, parang i-display mo, type mo lang yung formula na to. The square root of G times M over CD multiplied by the tangent hyperbola, okay, tan H, square root of GCD over M multiplied by T. Okay? So, yan. Kinopy ko lang. Okay, and enter. Okay? So you can see, nag-display siya ng different velocity at different time. So may, kasi di ba naka-column vector yung time natin. Okay? So for the time in column vector, syempre, yung velocity natin is also in column vector. Okay? So Matlab allows you to evaluate a formula, okay, where the formula is computed for each value of the T array, of the time array na ginawa natin. Okay, and the resulting assigned to a corresponding position in the V array. Okay, so ito yung corresponding velocity in a specific time na in-input natin. Okay, so if we're going to plot for the equation, okay, so in plotting, Matlab allows graphs to be created quickly and conventionally. So for example, you will create a graph of the time t and velocity v from the data na nagawa natin. Okay? So ang syntax lang ni Matlab is just simply plot t and v. Whereas yung t natin siya yung dependent variable, independent variable, sorry, and yung v natin is the dependent variable. Okay? So plot, kung ano yung gusto mo. Yung una natin, syempre, siya yung x-axis, and yung pangalawa natin, siya yung nasa y-axis. Okay? So plot TV. Okay. So you can see, Matlab displays the graph. Okay? So, ang isang kagandahan ni Matlab compared to other engineering programming software like the Python, C++, okay? Si Matlab is more leaning towards data, okay, and scientific data. So, dito, yung graph na ginawa mo is na-zoom in and na-zoom out mo. So, try to zoom in and zoom out. Okay? Are you using Matlab online ba?
Opo.
Ganto rin ba? Nakaka-create ka rin ng same din ba? Na-zoom in, zoom out din? I think yes. Yan, zoom in, zoom out yung graph. Okay? And also, kung titingnan natin, yung mga points na in-indicate natin, pwede mong tingnan ulit. So, 0.00, okay? May mga point yan, click mo. Okay? You have at x2 or time 2, the velocity mo is 18.7292. Okay? Ayan, So, kapag pinindot mo, try to click lang yung mga points, madi-display yung point na data natin. Okay? So, that is the strength of Matlab graphing. Okay? So, next, we can also modify the graphics in the graph. Okay, double click ko lang para mawala yung mga points.
Sir?
Okay,
Sir?
Sir, copy po.
Po.
Okay. Sorry. This one na yan. Medyo mabagal talaga eh.
Okay na po.
Sige. So, don't worry. Pag recording naman is hindi naman to choppy. So, for the graphics, ang gagawin lang natin is, we can customize the graph para mas madaling makita natin. So, we can also change the title, the label in the x-axis and the label in the y-axis. And also, we can create a grid line. Okay? So, gagawin lang natin class, type mo lang title. Okay? Open parenthesis. Okay? Open quotation, single quotation. Then, kung ano yung gusto mong ipangalan sa graph mo. Let's say, a plot of velocity versus time t. Then, gagawin mo lang, i-close mo lang siya, close quotation. Then, close parenthesis. Okay? Pag in-enter mo yung class, titingnan mo yung graph mo, nagkaroon na siya ng title. Okay? So, gawin ko na rin yung X label and Y label. So, for X label, same syntax. Open parenthesis, lalagyan mo ng open quotation, values of t. Okay? Kung ano gusto mong ipangalan. And also, for the Y label, open quotation, values of V. Okay. Then, open na rin natin yung grid. So, yan. So, na-modify mo na yung graphics, user interface or the graphic interface of your graph. Okay. So, as you can see, nagkaroon na siya ng values of T for the X label, values of V for the Y label, and the title, and the grid. Okay? Sige. Next one is also we can create as specifiers, colors, symbols, and align types. Okay? Kunwari, gusto mo lagyan, you have different graphs. Okay? So, kunwari marami kang graph, syempre gusto mong i-distinguish yung graph ng isa. So, kailangan mong maglagay ng colors. Okay? So, there are also, pwede mo rin lagyan ng symbol. Yung mga points, pwede mo lagyan ng symbol. Pwedeng point, pwedeng circle, cross mark, a plus, star. Okay? And also, kung gusto mo yung line mo in the graph is solid, a dotted, okay? A dash dotted, or a dash. So, pwede mong customize yung graph mo. Okay? For ito yung mga color, symbol, and line type. Then yung mga nakasatabi niya, siya yung mga code para doon. So for color blue, letter B. For green, G. Okay, red, R. Cyan, C. Magenta, M. yellow Y, black K, and for the white W. Same with the symbols. Okay? So check nyo na lang yan. So how are we going to use these specifiers in the graph? Okay? So for example, gusto nating lagyan yung graph natin ng yung bawat points lalagyan natin ng circle. Ayan, naka-denoted as circle. So ang gagawin lang natin plot. Okay? Yung dependent and independent variable, independent and dependent variable, and yung specifiers natin. So gusto ko lang naka-circle. So open quotation, O, and close quotation, close parenthesis. Ayan. So titingnan natin yung graph. Yan. So kung tinignan niyo yung graph, lahat ng mga points natin, okay, yung point of datas natin is naka-circle na yung symbol. Ayun, no? Okay? You can also zoom in, zoom out. Ayan, naka-circle na siya. So the plot command displays a solid thin blue line. So by default, syempre kulay blue siya. So if you want to plot each point with a symbol, you can include a specifier enclosed in the single quotes in the plot functions. Okay? So ito yung table. Ito yung nangyari. Okay? For example, if you want to use an open circle. Ayan. Also class, if you also combine several specifiers, for example, if we want to use a square green markers connected by green dashed lines. Okay? So ang gusto natin is a square green markers. So yung point natin is yung data natin is gusto natin square and color green. Okay? And also we want to create a green dash lines. Okay? So green dash. So ang dash 'di ba is line type na dalawang ganito. Ganito yung quotation. So ang gagawin natin class, we can create a command like this. So plot T, the independent variable, okay, V, also open single quotation, S for the square. Hello, saan ako naputol, class? Hello. Hello. Hello, class. Hello. Hello, class.
Yes po, sir.
Sorry, naputol. Saan ba ako naputol? This one. Yan, dito ba? Hello?
Wait lang po, naglo-load pa po, sir.
Okay. Okay na ba? Ano to? Ayan, hello?
Hello po.
Hindi makabalik. Ito, okay na ba? This time?
Okay na po. Dito na po.
Sorry talaga class, hindi ko talaga alam. Ayan, this time. Okay na tayo? We can start?
Yes po, kita na po.
Sige. So dito, pwede nating i-combine yung different different specifiers. Okay? So kung titingnan mo, pwede ito. Gusto natin square dash line with green color line type. Okay. So, pwede natin gawing command is ganito. Okay. So, kung titingnan nyo is yung plot natin is ganito na yung nangyari. A square with symbols, a dash line, and a green color type. Okay? So, pwede mo siyang ipa-combine. Okay? So, you can also create, control the line weight. Okay? Also, you want to create a marker size. Okay? For example, we want to use a heavier 2-point, okay, for then hello, kung ito ba ngayon trouble.
Clear na po.
Ayan, change na ako ng network. Sige, sana wala nang problema. Okay, for this one, malinaw ba o hindi? Okay naman.
Malinaw po, sir. Malinaw po.
Sir, malinaw po.
Sige, salamat. Sige, continue. For this one, we want to change the line weight. Okay, we want to create a dash. Okay, a cyan line. So, co-connection natin ng larger with 10 points, diamond shape, markers, with black edges and magenta faces. So, pwede nating paglaruan yung graphics natin, yung points natin, yung graphs natin. Okay? Okay. So, summary lang, ang gagawin natin dito is gagawa tayo ng 2-point for the line width. Okay? Then, a dash line. Okay? A cyan line. Okay? A cyan line. Yung ano natin, yung line type natin is color cyan. Okay? Also, yung shape natin, na symbol natin is diamond. Okay? Lalagyan natin ng kulay yung black, yung edges niya ng black. Okay? Then yung color naman nung symbol ng mga points is naka magenta. Ayan, so medyo marami tayong gagawin. Okay? For this one, ang gagawin natin is type natin yung plot. Okay? So hindi siya dapat XY kasi wala naman tayong nakalagay na values for X and Y. So gagawin natin yung dependent and independent variable natin. So T and V. Okay? Then lalagyan natin siya ng dash line na diamond yung symbol and color cyan yung line. Okay? So dash line, pwede kahit sino mauna dito eh. So dash line, okay? A diamond and a cyan. Okay. So titingnan mo, close ko lang to. Kung ito lang muna. So ganito yung nangyari. Ang line natin is ang plot natin, ang function natin is diamond with dash line and cyan color. Okay? So gusto natin pang dagdagan. Siyempre gusto niya okay? Pwede dagdag, sabi niya, ang line width daw is 2 points. So lagay mo line width. Malaki yung line, L at W. So width. Okay? 2 points. Okay? Also, lalagyan mo siya ng marker size na 10 points. Okay? For the marker size, malaki yung M and the S. Lagyan mo rin siya ng open quotation. Okay, marker size. Okay, 10. Okay, 10 points. Line width ko hindi ko nalagay. Sorry, 2 points. Ayan. Also, gusto niya lagyan ng edge yung marker size ng color black. So ano ba yung color black? Ang color black is letter K. Yan, letter K yung color black. Okay. So yung edge natin ng marker, lalagyan nyo ng color black. So marker, edge, color. Okay. Lalagyan mo ng color black. So letter K. Okay. Then for the marker face color, yung nasa loob, okay, yung fill color niya is letter magenta. So magenta is letter M. So marker face color. Okay. So close quotation, letter M. Okay. I forgot to use open and single quotation for line width and for marker color na K and M. Ayan. So enter. Ayan. So ilagay ko yung command ko sa chat box natin para medyo nahabol. Ayan. So as you can see, yung line width natin naging 2 points. Okay? And yung marker size natin naging 10 points. Yung edge natin color black and yung face color natin, marker face color natin is magenta. Okay? For this one, kung makikita nyo dito sa ating command, naglagay siya ng tatlong dots. Ayan, tatlong dot. Okay. So yung tatlong dot class is ginagamit siya to indicate that the code below is included. Okay. Pwede kasing mangyari dahil ito sobrang haba na to, di ba? Naka one-liner lang yung command ko. So pwede kong gawin 4 lines, ito 1, 2, 3, 4. Basta lalagyan ko siya ng tatlong dots. Okay. So pwede ko tong i-copy. Yan. Yan, as you can see, for this one, lalagyan ko ng X, papalitan ko ng T, and papalitan ko ng V. Okay. So, same lang command yan. So, kapag naglalagay ka ng next line, nasa next line na siya, lalagyan mo siya ng tatlong dot. Ayan. Enter. So, same lang din yung nangyari. Okay? I-copy ko to at I can send to you the for okay. Nasundan ba class?
Yes po.
Okay. Next one, we can also allows Matlab to display more than one data set or the same plot on the same plot. So for example, an alternative way to connect each data marker with a straight line would be to type hold on and hold off. Okay? So ang mangyayari, kung gusto mong gawin na kunwari nalagay mo muna yung plot, then gusto mo yung hold off. So parang hinold mo muna yung function. So wala muna siyang wala to siyang symbol na O na circle. Okay? Then kapag nilagay mo to, then gusto mo type mo yung hold off, lalabas na siya. So ganun yung hold on and hold off command. Okay? It is another way of plotting the command of the graph. Okay? Okay. Also, we have the subplot. Okay. So in addition to hold on and hold off, there are syntax na subplot, M and P. Okay. So ang ginagawa nito class, dinidivide niya yung graph, ito yung graphics na to, graphics ng plot. Yan, type ko lang yung plot TV. Yan. So dinidivide niya yung graphics na to into M by N matrix. Okay. So ito yung first two syntax na to. Then yung letter P kung saan mo siya i-display. So kung as you can see, kung i-zoom in ko to, ayan. Ayan. So ang ginawa niya is subplot 2 by 2. Subplot 2 by 2, subplot 2 by 2. So ang nangyari class, drawing ako, draw. Ayan. Dapat freehand. Ayan. So nangyari, ito yung command ng graph ko, yung graphics window ko. So kung ang ginawa ko is 2 by 2, so i-divide ko siya ng 2 columns and 2 rows. Ayan. Then yung letter P kung saan ko siya ilalagay. So ang pag nagdi-divide ka class, ang numbering niyan is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. So for the example, tinype niya yung subplot 2 by 2 by comma 2. So 2, 2, 2. Yung letter P class, saan mo siyang axis ilalagay? So sinabi niya subplot 2, 2, 2. So dito nangyari yung subplot na yun. So next, kapag subplot 2, 2, 4, nandito yun. Okay? So kung gusto mo isang buo, nandoon nakalagay yung isang plot mo, okay? Subplot 2 by 2, 2, 2, then open bracket 1, 3. So gusto mo dito nakalagay yung plot na to. So yung command breaks the graph window into m by n matrix and selects the p axis for the current plot. So yan yung syntax for the subplot. Okay? So another way of plotting is yung plotting for 3D. So ang command doon is plot 3. Okay? We can demonstrate a subplot by examining a Matlab capability to generate 3-dimensional plots. Okay? The simple manifestation of this capability is the plot3 command, which has the syntax plot3 x, y, z, where x, y, and z are the 3 vectors of the same length. So the result in a line of a 3-dimensional space, okay, whose coordinates are x, y, and z, are the elements of x, y, and z. So again, kung ita-try natin, we're going to create this one. Okay? Isa-subplot natin, class, yung 2D for this one and 3D, ito. So ito yung 2D niya, ito yung 3D. And kung makikita nyo, ito yung z-axis, okay? Ito yung x and y axis. Okay. So, okay, subplot natin. Subplot natin yung dalawa na to. I-clear ko lang to class for clarity. So we will plot a helix provides a nice example to illustrate its utility. So first, let's graph a circle with a 2-dimensional plot functions. Okay. So the representation of the plot is x equals sine t and y equals cosine t. So yan yung parametric equations. Okay. We employed the subplot command so we can subsequently add the 3-dimensional plots on the other subplot. Okay. So ang t natin is naka 0 to 10 pi with an increment of pi over 50. So hindi siya naka column vector, naka row vector lang siya. So t is equals to clear ko na rin yung workspace. So type ko yung clear. Okay, na-clear yung workspace. Yung naka-save sa workspace. Okay. So t is equals to 0 to increment of pi over 50, then up to 10 pi. Okay. Ayaw kong i-display yung function, yung value, yung result. So gagawa ko ng semicolon. Okay. Enter. Should be mali yung type ko. Pi over. Okay. Pi over 50, 10 pi. Ayan. Also, we have subplot. So, gagawa na tayo ng subplot. So, bakit 1 by 2, then 1? Okay? So, yung plot natin, dinivide natin siya ng 1 by 2. Okay? So, ito yung graphics, yung command graphics, 1 by 2. So, 1 yung row and 2 yung column. So, hinati siya natin ng dalawa. Yan. Okay, this is 1, this is 2. So, ilalagay natin yung 2D plot dito sa 1. Ayan. So, gagawin nyo lang class, papagsama nyo lang yung subplot and plot command. Okay? So, subplot. So, 1, 2, 1. Gusto ko siya ilagay dito sa 1. Siyempre, so 1. close bracket, then semicolon. Okay? I don't want to to display the subplot. Okay? Then ipo-plot natin yung plot in one line to So plot sine t for the x axis and cosine t for the y axis. Okay? Ito yung parametric equation. So if I hit enter, okay? Nandito na yung plot natin. Naka-subplot siya na nasa 1 parametric. Nandito siya sa 1 first natin. Yung unang hati, okay? Then kapag tinet ko yung axis square is just simply maging square lang yung axis. Okay? Axis square. Ayan. So pina-square ko lang yung axis. So 1 by 1. Ayan. Okay. Then lagyan ko ng title. So title of A. Lagyan ko ng title. Okay. Ayan. Nakita ba class? Nahabol? Sige. Maybe i-type ko na rin siya sa chat wheel natin. Ayan. Okay. Hello class? Naririnig pa ba ako?
Yes po.
Sige. Then we're going to okay. Gawin na natin yung another subplot, yung 3D ng helix. Ayan, lalagyan natin ng 3D. Okay. So for another subplot, ilalagay mo lang subplot. Syempre yon, dapat same yung m by n mo. So 1 by 2. Nandun siya sa pangalawa. Okay? Then semicolon. Then plot 3 for the 3D dimension, 3D plot. X, Y, and Z yung command, ang syntax dito. So ang X natin is sine of t. Yung Y natin is cosine of t. And yung Z axis natin is just simply t. Okay? And hit enter. Okay? So wait, why is it that kamusta sa inyo class? Nagsama ba? I don't know bakit hindi. Maybe kasi nagano ako. Ulit. Okay, nawala yung first subplot ko. Okay. Ulitin ko na lang. Kamusta sa inyo class? Nagsama ba? Dapat nagsama to eh. Okay, also subplot. Ayan. Ayan. Nakita nyo ba, class? Hello?
Yes po.
Sa inyo ba, nagsama? Okay. Ayan. So, okay. Sige. Yan. For the plot natin, syempre, yan yung subplot. So, pwede mong different plotting sa iisang user interface. So, that is the function subplot. Okay? So, let's find another example. Okay? So, for example, you have a data for the mass associated with a terminal velocities for a number of jumpers. So, meron tayong different data sets. Okay? We have different jumpers. Meron tayong 83.6 kilogram jumper, 60.2. So, maraming trials. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trials. Okay? So we have 7-man jump. Okay? So ito yung mga different velocities niya. Okay? Associated velocities niya at each masses. Okay? So clear ko lang. Okay. So for the mass, type ko na rin to lahat. Okay? 83.6. Okay? 60.2. 72.1. We have 91.1. Okay? We have 92.9, 65.3, and 80.9. Okay. So I don't want to display. Lalagyan ko na ang semicolon. Okay? Then yung VT ko equals to 53.4, 48.5, 50.9, 55.7, we have 54, we have 47.7, and 51.1. Okay. Then I don't want to display, lagyan ko na semicolon. Okay. Then for the gravity, lagyan ko na 9.81. Yeah. So as you can see, sa workspace natin is naka-save na sila. Okay. So for the drag coefficients, the equation, so given itong formula, so for the solving for the drag coefficients, we have CD is equals to mg over v squared t. So yan yan. Sinimplify lang. Okay? So gagawin natin, ang ginagawa kasi sa experiment na to, hahanapin yung drag coefficients. Okay? Hinahanap nila yung drag coefficients given na marami silang trial run. Okay? So ang gagawin natin, because we are performing element by element operations, we must include period. So lalagay dapat tayo ng period prior to the operator. Yan, may period. Kasi class, meron kasi tayo element by element yung operation natin. Ibig sabihin is, para kang nag-divide ng matrix. Okay? So kapag magde-divide kayo ng matrix, lalagay mo ng period prior to the operator. So ang function natin, CD is equals to G times M dot, okay, divided by the VT dot square. Okay? So kailangan mo lagyan ng period before the mathematical operator. So period before the mathematical operator. So that is yung mga matrix natin. Okay? So gagawin mo, enter, hit enter. Okay? So columns 1 to 4, okay? Ito yung mga values. So CD 0.8276, 0.2511, 273, 2811. So 1 to 4, columns 1 to 4. And for columns 5 to 7, we have 3125, 2815, and 3039. So the same. Okay. So naka-row matrix yung answer na CD. Okay. So we can now use the Matlab built-in function to generate some statistics results. Okay. So we want to get the average, we want to get the minimum, we want to get the maximum. Okay. So ang syntax command lang ni Matlab is simply mean and max. Okay. Minimum of the to get the average. Okay? So, kunwari, ilalagay ko ng CD, average ng drag coefficient, CD average is equals to the mean of CD. Okay? So, na-save po yung average of the drag coefficients in the variable CD average. Okay? We want to save naman, so CD mean is equals to the minimum of the drag coefficients na data na na-solve. We have saved the CD mean, the minimum of drag coefficients in the variable CD mean. Okay. For the CD max naman, or the maximum of the drag coefficients data, okay, simply CD max of CD. So na-save na natin yung maximum of the drag coefficients data into the variable CD max. Okay. Okay. Thus, the average is 0.2854, ranges from 0.2511 to 0.3125. Okay, so let's start to play with this data by using the equation 2.1. Okay, to make a prediction to the terminal velocity on the average drag. So since you have the average, okay, we will predict the velocities using the drag coefficients average. Okay, so this one. Kaya gamitin natin to. We copy this formula or this command. Okay, so gagawin natin, naka-predict tayo ng velocity using the average drag coefficients. Okay, so square root of gm over c d avg. Okay, so we have different velocities predicted using the average drag coefficients. Okay, so the same. So columns 1, 2, 3, we have this one. Also column 4 to 6, also the same. And column 7, we also have 52, 7, 3, 3, 8. So also the same din. So ngayon, gusto nating i-plot yung we want to create a second plot. Okay. So plot of the predicted versus the measured velocity. Okay. So gagawa tayo ng subplot class. Nahahatiin natin yung window into 2x1 matrix and ilalagay natin yung first plot sa number 1. Okay? So ipa-plot natin yung original VT, okay, versus the V predicted, okay, with a symbol of circle. Okay. Sige, let's try. So subplot m by n, so 2 by 1. Okay, so ang nangyari, hinati natin yung window into a 2 by 1. So titik kong overview. So ito yung window. Kung 2 by 1, we have 2 rows, okay, and 1 column. So ganito yung hati. Ito yung number 1, ito yung number 2. Okay, so subplot 2 by 1. And nilagay natin siya sa first, so number 1. Okay. Then semicolon, a plot of VT versus the V predicted. Okay. Ito yung X and Y axis natin. Okay. With a symbol of circle. Okay. And line space VT and VT. So titingnan mo yung graph, you have this one. Okay, ito yung ating yung graph natin na V predicted. Ito yung points. Okay, and meron tayong second plot na line space for the measured. Ito yung measured line. Okay. So lalagyan natin ng label for the x-axis, x label. Lagyan ko ng measured. Measured. Okay. And for the y label, lagyan ko lang predicted. And lalagyan ko siya ng title, plot of predicted versus the measured velocity. Ayan. So ito na yung graph natin for predicted versus the measured velocity. So ito yung mga points natin. So for 7, 53.4, we have ito, this one, okay, 45, 0.4897, okay. Then we want to create another subplot for the plot of the drag coefficients versus the mass, okay. So another subplot using syempre dapat same yung m by n matrix and kung saan mo siya ilalagay. Okay? So subplot 2 by 1, okay, by 2, okay, semicolon, plot natin yung M, yung mass versus the drag coefficients with a symbol circle. Okay. Hit enter. Okay. As you can see, meron na tayong subplot for the drag coefficients versus the mass. Okay. So lagyan natin ng X label of mass. Okay. And a Y label of for the drag coefficients. So estimated drag coefficient. Ayan. So lagyan na natin title. Plot of drag coefficient versus mass. Ayan. So, yan. So meron na tayong two plots of the plot of predicted versus the measured velocity, and also the plot for the drag coefficients versus the mass. So ganito yung syntax for creating multiple plots in one window. Okay, any questions for this class?
None po.
None po.
Okay. For next one, in-upload ko na sa inyo to